If you still haven't made the leap from your gas gasoline car to an electric vehicle or EV, what's stopping you? There are a lot of exciting new EVs on the market, from sports cars to pickup trucks, from a wide variety of automakers. Electric cars have come a long way in recent years, with advancements in technology and infrastructure making them a more viable option than ever before. Despite this, many outdated myths about buying and owning electric cars persist, causing confusion and hesitation for potential buyers. Today, we are debunking outdated myths surrounding electric cars, revealing the truth about this eco-friendly revolution. Let's get started. If you enjoy busting myths and staying updated, subscribe for more electrifying content. Myth number 1. EVs are too hard to charge. Charging an EV isn't as simple as filling up a car with gas or diesel. That takes just minutes, and charging EV takes time, and you need a charging station. The most convenient place to charge is at home. But if you live somewhere like a townhouse or condo where that's not possible, you have to plan to charge elsewhere. That's not always convenient, but it's not possible. That's because if you live near a major metro area, it's easy to find EV chargers. There are currently more than 160,000 chargers in the United States. That number increased more in 2022 than in the 3 previous years combined. Tesla has more than 1,400 supercharger stations in the United States, and Mercedes-Benz just announced it is creating a network of charging hubs with 2,500 usable plug-in chargers throughout North America. Still, the US needs more, especially in rural areas where charging infrastructure can be hard to find. But it will get better, says Sam Abu-El-Samid, a principal research analyst at Guidehouse Insights and an expert on the EV industry. The charging infrastructure situation is improving both from an availability and reliability perspective, but it's still not as good as it should be. Abu-El-Samid says, 500,000 new public chargers will be added over the next several years through funding from the infrastructure bill. Abu-El-Samid is referring to the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law that will spend $5 billion over the next 5 years on EV charging infrastructure across the country. Myth number 2. The range is too short on full charge. A big deterrent for buyers is the range on EVs is too short on a single battery charge. That was true when EVs first hit the market, but there have been major advancements in battery life since. For instance, the 2023 Hyundai Kona Electric has a range of about 415 kilometers. The Tesla Model S still has one of the longest ranges on the market at 637 kilometers. The longest range luxury electric car on the market though is the Lucid Air. When fully charged, it can drive 830 kilometers, but that comes with a whopping price tag of $138,000. Myth number 3. Dealers don't have EVs. The coronavirus pandemic has shown us a lot about how people buy cars, namely that they want more options. Even though some consumers have responded positively to the car buying process online, Newman says Cars.com's research found 73% of consumers want to test drive and purchase EVs at local dealerships. That means car salespersons and dealerships need to have EVs on the lots. And they do, technically speaking, but we agreed that they don't really sell them. And by that we mean market them. The reality is that dealerships don't do enough to help educate potential buyers about EVs, and the cars tend to be few and far between in dealer showrooms, even when they make up a growing part of brands' lineups. Sometimes it's hard for consumers to even find an EV to test drive. Abu El-Samit says that car shortages of the past few years haven't always been the fault of dealerships, but they can do more to promote EVs. The attitude of many dealers that seem reluctant to push EVs is also a challenge. Abu El-Samit says, with many new EVs coming to market over the next couple of years and production volume ramping dramatically, automakers are pushing dealers to make substantial investments in EV training, support and equipment, which hopefully will in turn lead to better attitudes from dealers hoping to sell EVs. Myth number 4. Electric cars are boring to drive. First, if you haven't driven an EV, go drive one, then get back to us before you say they're boring. Because in a 0 to 60 miles per hour race, an electric Mustang Mach-E will smoke a gas-powered Mustang every time. That's because EVs are quicker on the start than their gas-powered counterparts. Giving people the opportunity to actually test drive an EV has been shown to be the most impactful thing that converts consumers from EV doubters to intenders. Abu El-Samit says, it's very hard to verbally communicate the way that EVs feel when you step on the accelerator, but getting butts in seats works virtually every time. Of course, not all EVs are as lightning fast as Mach-E or Tesla Model S, but they are all peppier than most doubters expect. And if it's powerful towing capacity you're looking for, EV trucks like the 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning, 2023 all-electric Chevrolet Silverado, and 2023 Rivian R1T all pack a mighty punch too. Myth number 5. EV tax credits and rebates are too much hassle. It's true, the available tax credits, rebates, and incentives for buying an EV can be complicated, but they are improving too. In some states, for example, dealerships process rebates during the time of sale, so buyers save on the purchase price immediately instead of when they file at tax time. This will become the standard process starting in 2024 thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act passed in August 2022. But the Inflation Reduction Act made other changes too. Some provisions will eliminate many EVs that previously qualified for tax credits. The Act also restricts where their battery components can be sourced. There is sound reasoning behind these decisions, but they don't make it easier for consumers to figure out how to collect federal and state tax credits and rebates. In the meantime, the US Department of Energy's Alternative Fuels Data Center website lists all available incentives by state to make it easier until 2024. Electric cars are here to stay. Debunking these myths. Join the green revolution and stay informed for a sustainable future.